Hey again, YouTube, it's me, Binglezoid. I'm making a small video here, because, I'm fucking bored, so what of it. I'm gonna be talking about, a specific Roblox hat that I kind of enjoy. You may know it, you may love it, you may hate it. It's called the Undersmeller Major General. And I'm here to talk about it and just give a brief explanation of the hat. The Undersmeller Major General was a hat released in 2015 as a random, one-off parody of the Overseer hats, which are a series of hats which apparently don't have much lore to them, according to Nitroblox. And yeah, I mean, Roblox didn't really put much effort into the lore of them, even though they are a loreverse item, and a very important one at that, because the most expensive one of them is a Dominus, so you know, that seems kind of important, but they just kind of neglected it. It was a parody of a specific, the Overseer Major General, which in and of itself was just a reskin of another item called Master Incinerator, which was just some random ass limited they made in like 2010. So they just took that, spruced it up, gave it the right colors, made it an Overseer hat. And then, like, that was in 2014, when they made the Overseer Major General. In 2015, they made the Undersmeller Major General, which is the hat that we care about today. It's one of those weird loreverse items where they just made one. I think this is the only time they ever made a loreverse item where there's only one of them. And they just didn't care to do anything with it afterwards, because it was a joke. Of course it was a joke. It's a stupid nose on your head. It's a nose helmet. Like, oh, funny nose helmet. What Roblox was not expecting to happen was it getting so little sales. Oh, who would have guessed? It came out, I think 2 years later, they made it a limited, like an actual honest-to-God limited. They don't make those anymore, which makes me sad. But it wasn't UGC, it was tradable, did very poorly from the get-go. Towever, it only had 200 copies, around 200, maybe like 209, 200 total, in total. Because it sold very poorly, despite being on the catalog for 2 whole years, it just couldn't get a lot of sales, because of course, why would it? Everyone thought it was just kind of a joke item that just got released for no reason. Little did they know, it's a semi-rare. So, still, even then, in 2017 to 2019, somewhere around there, no one really cared about this hat. No one really, you know, paid it no mind. They traded for it. Some people hoarded it. That was until, I think, around 2019 to 2021, some maniac, some absolute buffoon of a person, decided, hey, what if I just hoarded 50 of them and traded, you know, and got them all for under the value, you know, because nobody cares about this item. So now there's 50 copies just squared away in this account. This person isn't gonna trade it anytime soon, which I think is kind of funny. A couple other people do the same thing, mainly Abo. I think Abo way later on, this is like 2013, nabs a couple, you know, gets 10. Some other people, I think more specifically Devi, gets 3. Tut Minx gets about 3 as well. So this is a very hoarded hat. And then I come into the picture. You weren't expecting me to be part of this history now, did you? I first obtained the Undersmeller by just straight up buying it for like 43k. I traded it shortly after, but I really love that item. It's a very fun item. So, eventually when I get back to trading, I trade for it and I hold it. And I still hold the copy to this day. It's like, I've owned it for 2 years now. So yeah, that's fairly long time to be holding an item, but I love it. It's my favorite item on Roblox because it's so stupid and it's absurdly valuable despite its looks, which honestly makes it really endearing to me. But yeah, no. And then later down the line, a friend of mine named Poseidon or Jabber, I don't know. He goes by a bunch of different usernames. He decides, like, you know what would be funny? What if we made a Loreverse group for Undersmeller? And people have done this in the past. There's been a couple random one-off Undersmeller Empire groups that were just kind of there as a joke. But this guy was dedicated. I remember I friended him after he talked to me because I was one of the owners at this point for about a year. He's like, hey, I'm doing a Loreverse thing, you want to join? And I'm the only one who's like, yeah, that sounds dope as shit. So he makes a bunch of lore, a bunch of stuff, a bunch of spin-offs using other obscure Roblox items as bases, Outer Thinkers, Light Age Pirates, and then he makes them up like Middle Hearers, which is kind of a, spin. It's a joke. And he makes it, and the group is great. It's still going great to this day. It's one of those groups where it's like, if you want to join, I'll link the group in the description. It's a good group. You should check it out if you're interested in Roblox Loreverse groups that are obscure and fun. That's all for this video, I guess. I don't know, this was just me rambling for about 7 minutes, so I'll probably edit this down and release it. Like and subscribe. This is Roblox Item Histories. Out. Goodbye. This is my propaganda piece. This is for a video contest. Bye.